Mike, without the benefit of reviewing the video yet, what did you make of your team's play in front of your net tonight?
Well, it was sporadic. I didn't like it at all in the first period. Both goals that they scored, for example. So we've got to defend that area with numbers. We've got to defend that area harder. On the point shot goal, we got an opportunity to get into people early and deny them the ice. And those are the details. It just boils down to details, and then a certain compete level. And so certainly in the first period, I didn't think we did a very good job. I thought we responded after that. But when you're playing against a team like this, like Florida, that's as good as they are, and we've got a ton of respect for how good they are. We put ourselves behind the eight ball a little bit when we got down 2 goals, where we had an opportunity, I think, to defend against them. And a lot of it boils down to the net front.
Mike, you dropped Kapanen off Gino's line for, if memory serves, the 5th time this year. At this point, what's left to do to try to get what you need out of him?
I don't know if I have an answer for you. I'm trying to make decisions behind the bench here, game to game, that's going to give our team the best chance to win. I made that decision in the 3rd period to go with the guys that I went with, because we felt like we needed to get more throughout our lineup, just as far as more threats from different lines, and we didn't feel like we were getting it, and that's why we chose to to make the changes that we made in the 3rd period. And we'll see where it goes moving forward, but we're trying to find combinations that we can put together that gives us balance and gives us an opportunity to to put guys in positions to be successful. And so everybody, Cappy included, everybody's got to take ownership for their own game, and they got to bring their best game forward. And then as a coaching staff, we'll do our best to try to put these guys in positions to be successful.
Like one thing that Sid brought up, second half of the Carolina game, first half of this game against Florida, is that specific costly mistakes were being made against teams that are talented enough to be opportunistic and execute on what you guys may have done wrong. I guess, first of all, is that an assessment you would agree with, and where, besides maybe some of the net front things you addressed already, were those specific mistakes occurring tonight?
Yeah, I would agree with it, and I think it's not just in that front. There's a number of them that take place, up the ice, and like I said, a lot of it boils down to just attention to detail, knowing what your job is when we don't have the puck, what your role is, what your responsibility is. It takes collective effort to win in this league, and when we bring a certain a sufficient level of structure to our game without the puck, I think we're hard to play against. And and I don't know if Sid's referring to that or not, but that would be my assessment. Is just making sure that that everyone understands what their job is, what their role is in circumstances. You lose a face-off in the offensive zone, what's your job? In the neutral zone, same thing. And so, these are things that we work on daily. We watch tons of film on this stuff to try to continue to clarify our concepts so that we can be predictable for one another when we're out there. And then it just boils down to commitment and attention to detail. And I thought there are moments when the structure breaks down, and that's usually when we give up a high quality chance. But I know our team's capable of bringing a consistent game when we bring it. And we've got a collective effort, and we're up in 5s in all 3 zones. I think we're hard to play against. I thought there were moments in the game tonight when we were, like I said, I didn't like our first period at all. I thought the second and third period, I thought we competed hard, and there was more detail to our game, and as a result, we made it a hockey game. But as I said, for me, the takeaway is we've got to make sure we're ready from the drop of the puck. And when you play one of the top teams in the league, you can't spot them 2 goals. It makes it hard to win.
What did you think of Teddy Blueger's game in his first game back, and did you feel like you had to manage his minutes at least early on?
I thought Teddy was good, and no, I didn't feel like I had to manage his minutes. You know, I think his conditioning level is really high. He's worked really hard to prepare himself, and I thought he played well. I think he understands he hasn't played in a while. I thought he kept the game simple, and that's an important aspect where you're not trying to do too much, and you put yourself and your teammates in a tough spot because of it. I thought he made good decisions with the puck. He always has good awareness defensively. I thought he was pretty good in the face-off circle for the most part, and so I thought he was, for the first game back after being off for as long as he has, I thought it was a real solid effort.
What's your satisfaction level with chances generated versus chances allowed, where the game was played, territory, and if you can remember, what's your assessment over the last three in those areas?
So I think tonight, if and once again, I've got to go through in more detail when I watch the film, but coming off the bench, I would think that the scoring chances, as far as chances for and chances against, were fairly even. We had a lot of good looks ourselves. We had a number of real good looks in the second period where I thought their goaltender made a couple of big saves. We had a couple of lateral plays to one-timers that are really tough saves when a goalie's got to go post to post. And we had 2 or 3 of them in the second period. There was one off the face-off at the end of the second period with 5 seconds to go, for example, on the power play. Jake gets a great look off of that play. So, I thought we had some pretty high quality looks. We didn't convert on them, but I thought there were a fair amount of opportunity for us.